Hello, friends, and welcome to a super exciting program with me, Miss Liz, one of your librarians here at the South Huntington Public Library. Today, I am so excited because this craft is going to be super awesome and super great, and I hope you're ready to do it with me because we are going to be making comic book art signs that you can hang in your room at home. Now, this program was designed as a grab and go for the South Huntington Public Library, so if you were registered for this program and you came on down and picked up your kit, you have most of the supplies that you need to get this started. If you did not sign up, didn't get your kit, or you just want to join us at home, you can follow along with the supplies that we're going to talk about in the next clip and get some of your own supplies. Now, we are using foam and foam boards for this project. However, if you're doing this at home without supplies, you can also use cardboard boxes, paint canvas, cereal boxes, anything that you've got you can use to make a sign. You can even use paper. It's your sign, so use the supplies you have on hand, but I am going to be doing this program with the stuff that we have in the grab and go kit. But feel free to modify it or change it as needed. So if you are ready to assemble and get this program started, get those grab and go kits and meet me in the next clip, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we're going to use to make our comic book art signs. So the items that are going to be included in your grab and go kit are going to be a large piece of white foam, a smaller piece of black foam, some comic book pictures and pages from graphic novels that you can use to decorate. You're also going to find 2 pieces of colored foam that is adhesive, which means it's a sticker. And you're going to find a stencil that if you want to create letters and you don't want to draw them yourself, you can use these to cut them out. And then lastly, you're going to find a string. It could be blue, green, yellow, whatever color's in your bag, but you'll have some string in there. Once you've emptied your grab and go bag, what you're going to want to find around your house to use for this project are going to be a black marker, or it could really be any color marker. This is just going to be that if you want to trace out your letters. You're also going to want a glue stick or Mod Podge. I highly recommend one of those 2, but use whatever glue you have. If you have the liquid glue, that works too. You might want to grab a stapler and also some tape. This will help at the end. These aren't totally necessary, but I highly recommend getting them if you have them at home. Once you have all of these items assembled, you are ready to begin making your craft. So now it's time to start assembling our comic book art. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to grab that white piece of foam, and we're going to want to start covering it entirely with our comic book pages. Now you can lay it on like a whole sheet like that and cover the foam. You can kind of piecemeal it and make it look funky and fun. You can cut out different specific characters. If all you want is, say, Raven, you can just put her on. You're just going to make this look however you want and have whatever superhero characters you want on there. So take your time. You're going to cover your foam board in glue when you glue down those pictures, and then we are going to go on to step 2. So I'm going to start making mine with my comic book pages, and you should start doing yours. Once you have your big white foam board covered the way you want, we are going to do the exact same process using our black foam board. So hopefully you still have some paper left. Once again, you can use the whole sheet, you can cut it to size, you can cut out characters, whatever you want your sign to look like. This is going to be what you now put on this. So grab your glue stick and start decorating this one. Once you have your second piece of foam looking exactly the way you want it, what you're going to want to do is turn it over and cover this whole thing with glue, and we are going to attach it to our white foam board. So you're going to flip it upside down and start gluing that down. Once you have your two foam boards glued together, you can set this aside, and we're gonna work on our comic book letters. So what you're gonna need for this are your two pieces of colored foam that have the sticky backs on them, which means they have the white paper. If you want, you're gonna need your letters to trace them. And you're also going to need, which I forgot to say at the beginning, and I do apologize, you're gonna need a pair of scissors for this. And if you want to draw it out first, you're gonna need a marker. I'm using a black marker, but you can use whatever color you want. So now there are two ways to cut out your letters. You can either freehand them, so you can make your letters look however you want that you're gonna cut out. So you can just draw them in. And then once you have them drawn out, you can now cut them out using your scissors. And your letters will look like this when you're done. And then you'll just keep going with the ones that you freehanded. Or you can also take your stencil and say you want the word POW. You can cut that out. You can tape it or staple it to your foam. I'm gonna staple mine. And now you can cut out these letters and have your foam shaped like that as well. So you don't have to be the best artist or have the best handwriting. You can just cut around these instead. Now you're gonna take your word and you're gonna put it on your foam board. So just peel off the back because they are stickers, which is great. You can put it on however you want. I'm gonna put mine in the center because what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the other words, make them a little bit smaller and really jazz it up. Now what you can do is you can totally leave it like this and we can go into the next step. Or if you're like me, I want a little bit more color. I don't think I like the letters on here. I'm gonna actually use the other piece of foam that we have to maybe give it a background. So I'm gonna peel off these letters and I'm gonna make it look a little bit more superhero-y, but this is totally up to you. You don't have to do the step. I just want it to be a little bit fun. So I'm gonna put my letters on this one, stick them down. Put them on. I'm going to cut them into a comic book shape, so I'm going to give them some jagged edges. So you can just cut little triangles down the sides. And then you can put this in the middle like that. And that is exactly the contrast I was looking for. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't like the way it looks, but this is what I wanted. So I'm going to peel the sticker off the back of this foam sheet. And I'm going to put it right down here in the middle. Now you can use that foam sheet to make other ones. You could put a little BAM and a little zap. You could put your name on top if you want in your foam sheets. You can use it for whatever you want. Whatever you have left over is fair game. You can also make little shapes to put more characters on, which is what I'm going to do. You can keep doing that as much as you want, use as many pictures as you want, keep layering it and keep going and decorate your sign. Once you have all of your pictures the way you want, you are now going to flip your sign upside down. Make sure that the top is pointing away from you, so it's over here now. And we are going to take our string and we are going to tie a knot on one side. So you're going to take it, make it into a circle like this, and pull your string through so that it creates a knot. Do that one more time. Create a circle so it looks like this. Fold your string over and pull it through. You're going to take that and you're going to tape it to the back side of your sign towards the top. Use a piece of tape. You can use glue or staples. I recommend tape. That one's the easiest and it stays the best. You're going to go about an inch in from the side and put some tape on it and just tape that string to the back of your sign. Put the tape above and below the knot. Then you're going to figure out how tall you want your sign. So you're going to hold it up and figure out how much string you want to have. And you're going to flip it over again and do the same thing with the circle. So you're going to take your string, make it a circle, and pull it through to create a knot. Once again, take your string, make a circle, pull your string through, and double knot that knot. This one I'm going to do a third time because I missed the mark on my knot, but that's not necessary. Again, you're going to go about an inch from this side, and you're going to tape it down again. So put your tape above and below your knot. Then if you have any excess string, you can take your scissor and just cut it. Now you can make another sign with this if you want, if you have enough, or you could throw it out, whatever works for you. But when you're done, your sign should be able to be held up and hung on the wall just like this. Thank you all so much for joining me for today's program. I hope you had a super awesome time making your signs along at home with me. If you took any pictures or videos while you were creating this project and want to share them, I would love to see what you created at home. Please feel free to send them in an email to the email address below and show off your signs. On behalf of the South Huntington Public Library, I just would like to say that we miss you all so much. We can't wait to see you soon, and I hope you have a super awesome day. Take care. Bye.